Previously on Danganronpa V3.
So Kokichi really is culprit?
No!
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He is 100%. Because if he leaves this trial, I only have one more free time event. And now, I'm missing a piece.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Okay, that makes sense, but why couldn't they have just done it if they were there? Unless they rigged this up so that would have happened after they left the first door. Or, so they lock the first door, they leave the sliding door, and then they rigged up the effigy in some way that it would spin after they left the door. Interesting.
Effigy spun?
Wait, I want to see the crime scene again.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
That's true. No way this would work so well in real life.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
Don't tell me.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
This would not work. I am calling bullshit on this one. Because this is absurd. This would just simply not happen.
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
You need to be so accurate.
And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
It wasn't even wedged there. Then again, it would have just nudged it and then kept
Yes,
spinning, I guess.
That's how Angie's lab was locked.
Okay. As crazy as Danganronpa is, I think that one's just dumb.
By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Okay.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide box so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
But it's so small.
As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
The geometry you would have needed to know how to stab the katana in, so that you would have had to measure out the hilt and make sure it would hit without hitting the wall first. This is dumb.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Oh, really? We're gonna go with that?
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
So you really... So we're saying they just tried a million times. Then why isn't there gold leaf all over the walls? For every time it missed.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime. Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Who knows?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
Uh-huh.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
Who would have thought this out, though? Because Kokichi is the only one I know who, like, would just have the katana in the back of his mind. Kokichi, too, I guess, but I doubt it.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility.
Wait, really?
But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
Uh-huh.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Yeah, no shit.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say
That's a
you were
lie.
the
No.
culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Way to go.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Oh, don't act like you don't want to watch.
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who
All
solved
right.
this locked room mystery?
You? I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Oh, gosh.
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it.
Yeah, those two need to get a room.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Come, dumpster!
What is this game?
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Well, you should have just asked. I would have said this ages ago.
What should we talk about now?
Anything but garbage disposal.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab.
This game just is not afraid.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts
God
what
damn
you
it.
said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
A suspect?
Why? Maybe. In fact, you're looking more sus the more defensive you get.
Never kill Angie!
That's what someone who would kill Angie would say.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
I'm done.
Suspect rangers?
Oh, you don't get that reference?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list?
Uh-huh.
Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Yeah.
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Exactly.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Then what is he gonna say? That's my point exactly.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
This is no time for mourning.
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
I didn't even press the button for that one.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie.
I'm not even approaching this whole, like, 2 murderers thing because I'm still just trying to think of one thing at a time.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I also don't agree because it could be the same person and there could be clues in Tenko's case that'll help. Also, Tenko could have killed Angie.
Did you suggest that to waste our
It's
time?
not meaningless!
Mm-hmm. Himiko, are we about to have an emotional aside?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
That's right, feel your feelings. Let the hatred flow.
Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
This guy.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
He's doing something. He's trying to push. He's trying to push her.
You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that.
Kaede!
I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now.
Because you did not appreciate what you had. When anyone could have died.
I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Well, now you can't.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
This is what happens when there's no ultimate psychologist. Just everyone's insensitive but meaning well.
Yeah. Face her death?
Except for Kokichi, he never means well.
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Okay, that's a better thing to say.
Kaito.
But you also don't want to disregard the feelings completely. Also, it's a trial, so we probably should and move on, but again, it's complex.
Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Okay.
The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Okay.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Indeed.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Going to want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
Himiko's a little bit less suspicious now, by the way. So Kyo's still kind of up there for me. But also, we're not considering him a suspect, which bothers me.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died.
Because he's like Mr. Seance Man. He literally was in charge when the lights went off and a person died.
If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
Uh-huh.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Okay, let's do it. Kaito.
Finally, you noticed.
Oh yeah, I was trying to make you guys do something this whole time. Eee.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
That is true. We cannot think about these things yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Finally! The person who I'm suspecting the most agrees, is on my wavelength.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic, was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Tancrotch!
She can't even defend herself, that's funny. The people who attended the seance were... Why are we... What are we doing here? Technically... Is this right? Because I believe this is technically correct. Well, yeah, but Kiba was there. Useful to know.
Damn it!
I'm just saying. Sometimes this game wants me to think outside the box, and sometimes it does not. Fine, yeah, this.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
And Kiba was in the room at the beginning.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko still culprit?
Potential culprit. Like, what are we saying here?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Thank ya.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Really? Oh, I'm going from Kokichi, Himiko. After the emotional bit, Himiko was like down here, and Kokichi kind of fell down here. And now that this just got mentioned, she's like kind of there again. Oh my god, wait, she said that right in front of me? Middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh, right.
The middle room's always best for stuff like this? Oh no, now it's kind of like... here. But it's early in the trial, don't you think?
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
The other empty room, though. Which makes Kibo a possibility because he has a light. He's the only one with a built-in light. Yeah, oh my god, are we... What are we... Are you talking about this? Eh.
Oh no!
Because the hole in the ground lets you go underground and you can go to the next room, no? Or does he mean this? More simple? Floorboards. Yeah, I don't think so.
Damn it!
Why am I using this? This image is not helping me. Or is it this? I don't...
I was wrong!
It was the corner, no? Was there not a hole in the corner that you could get underground with? Was it not here? I'm gonna die. Show me the question. Was this... I do not know. Like, am I not clicking on the right thing?
Oh no!
Am I not clicking on the right element? I think that's where the corner is that goes underground. Then you come in from the other room. That's... What am I? I kind of want to look. Yeah, I know, Monokuma. Like, chill the fuck out. Look. Am I going insane? I think I'm going insane. Yeah, no, retry.
You can't let it.
Yeah, whatever. Oh my god, I'm back here? Okay, here we go. I'm actually at the right spot now. I'll save it again. I thought it was here. I could have sworn it was right here. This corner. It's not this little thing, is it?
Oh no!
I can't see it not being this. I don't get it.
I was wrong!
I don't get this. Okay, I cannot believe I'm looking up where I need to just click on this damn thing. I don't want to know the execution or the murder or the culprits or anything. I just want to know a spoiler-free walkthrough? Class Trial 3 Guide spoiler-free walkthrough. I love the internet so much. Thank you, Danganronpa fans. Okay, I'm not gonna look at this very deeply. It's just, okay. Oh, this is perfect. Spot selection. At the space in the floor to the left near the broken, cracked wall. What? The space in the floor to the left near the broken or cracked wall? I thought I did that. I did that. Sorry if I'm loud. I know I'm right by the mic. Yeah, here, near the cracked wall.
There!
I'm gonna...
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Did I not? Did I not click there? Like 3 times. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm gonna kill someone.
Huh? Under the floor?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through.
What was the hitbox for that?
There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
That was dumb. You know that's where I meant. I'm mad now.
The culprit used the hole. They could have entered and exited the seance room.
Also, shoutouts to spoiler-free walkthroughs. Those are like awesome. Because it just has a list of all the points, and as long as I didn't go past it to find the answer to something, it was good. And I did not.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
Don't get too excited.
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Are you looking in a mirror? Let's see. Ooh, can I lie in this one? The caged child, of course.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Flashlight function.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Mm-hmm.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Huh?
You see, our villain had a light.
Oh.
You mean candle?
Yes.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Oh.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
No, I was thinking about this.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
To what? Little light, you can...
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
What am I missing here?
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Yeah.
You see, our...
Can I do that? Okay. I was excited. Or maybe there's a limitation. Maybe there's a limitation that I didn't know about.
Oh no!
Well, let me see if just it by itself works to refute, because there might be a limitation that I forgot about.
You see, our villain had a...
Okay, it's not this. Okay, that's fine. Oh, whoops. No, you're right. Okay, no, sorry. Okay, so it's not that.
By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Oh, hole in the corner.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Maybe.
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight.
The
function.
ritual.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
No? No, this is true. But he wasn't using the function to get under the floor. I mean, he's using it to see under the floor. I need the...
The culprit sneaked
I think I
in
know where
during
this
the
is going.
seance by crawling under.
How could they even see if
Oh!
they were under the floor?
Yeah, we would have seen
Because
it.
It wasn't dark under the floor.
I think our eyes
You
were
see,
closed.
Our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I don't think...
I mean, Kibo's flashlight.
I think the game wants me to do this, and I don't agree with it. Oh, it's not this. Okay, good. Oh, that was it. Okay. Took me a while. Admittedly. That was a bad one.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the
You know,
floor.
at a certain point, when I run out of ideas, my brain just breaks down, and I'm like, okay, let's just figure out which answer. Then it becomes less of a game and more like, okay, let me just fit a hole into this slot. It's unfortunate.
There was a hole in the corner of the room.
I'm kind of slacking on this trial.
If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
I thought that's what I meant, but I think I must have used that in the wrong spot.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
Also, weren't your eyes closed?
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Then again, I might have made that up. I might have just assumed their eyes were closed.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
It should, though. Nekomaru did more.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Maybe.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Seems like it, honestly.
Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
Smart, but no.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
No, they knew where she would be, which is why I think it's Kokichi, because he would know exactly where the center of the circle was.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
And the fact that there was a dried blood on the other side made me think that it was Angie as well.
Oh, yeah.
Killed
So
there.
then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Uh-huh.
When? So not during seance?
I believe during seance.
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
Nonsense.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
Point of no return. You mustn't speak, yeah. She was alive.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
She wasn't in her pose, though. Which means she may have, like, actually been thrown under there when they came up from underneath.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
Yes.
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
No.
And she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
No, floorboards.
A different time?
Under the floorboards.
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Mew, you're adorable, but no.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Oh, God. She's got a point, though. There is something. It's called the floorboards. That's not even about the floorboards, huh?
Tenko got killed. It
wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
They both had blood on it.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
Nope.
So fast, no one saw.
Nope.
Oh my!
Mew.
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Nerg. Mew.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
No.
There's no down!
Whew. Can I lie and just say yes, she is?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Is there no evidence?
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
I think it's the white
She
sheet.
was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's what I thought.
That's wrong!
Yeah, the white sheet, because of the sheet. Shuichi got me second guessing because he said there was no evidence.
It was impossible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
Mm-hmm.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Okay, she wants to fight.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Wah.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Rebuttal Showdown. Alright, my least favorite one.
Tenko died after the seance.
Whoa, okay, hold on. None of my buttons be buttoning.
It happened when the sheet was lifted.
Okay, there we go.
That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Oh, what am I doing? Which one's A? I hate this so much.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's fine.
Tenko died after the seance.
Oh my
When the
goodness.
sheet was lifted, that was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage.
Oh my goodness.
Clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Yeah? Oops.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage.
Oh my god,
And
get.
that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Jesus!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need.
Huh?
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
This
In
floorboard.
which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo.
No. Yep. Loose floorboard.
The
Loose
blade's all you
floorboard.
need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No? Probably sitting down normally while she was in the cage.
Damn it!
The stone? Where her forehead
The
was?
blade's all you need. sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll cut through your words.